American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Let us pray. God, we ask for your blessings to keep the people of our country safe and healthy, and be with our first responders and emergency personnel. We also ask you give those of us here the wisdom to make wise decisions for the people we serve. Lord, we thank you for this day you have given us, and please be with each and every one of us as we move forward with every day ahead. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Okay, the first item on the agenda is public comment. See any? I'm sorry. Gone through. Oh. Okay, thank you. All right, the next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. Just need to pull item 5 off because I had some other obsolete office equipment that didn't get on the agenda packet from, and that was probably my fault for not getting it on there. We might have already done this one, because this is not a big deal, but it's from the JP. We already do that? I know.
It's on it.
What?
It was in the packet.
It was? Oh, so not just the tag? I thought that was the only one I saw. Okay, well then never mind.
Watch.
Yeah, okay, good. And the one from the tag office.
I think so.
Oh, okay, I looked again and didn't see it, so I will not pull that off then. So does anybody have any questions on the consent agenda, or do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, let's move down to our regular agenda, and the first item on the agenda is to hear a presentation from our 4-H and extension agents. And let me just start by saying that it was awesome to hear you all during the pledge. I appreciate that. So, and it's great to have you here. If y'all want to stand up,
Sure.
Rochelle and Hannah.
So
Kids.
these are not all of them, but there's some of them that participated in our D1 big fund, and so they just wanted to come and do an update and tell you things that are going on in Hutchinson County 4-H. So we're gonna start with Courtney.
Good morning. We are glad to join you this morning and tell you about some things that are going on in our Hutchinson County 4-H. We'll start by introducing ourselves and the projects we do. I'm Courtney. I've been in 4-H for 2 years. I do food challenge, archery.
I'm Tony. This is my first year in 4-H, and I do food challenge and archery.
My name's Emma. This is my second year in 4-H. I do food challenge, archery, dazzle, and photography.
My name is Victoria, and I've done 4-H for 2 years now. And I've been in Cook Challenge and Dust to Dazzle.
I'm Morgan, and this is my first year of 4-H. I do food challenge, robotics, and dog training.
My name is Becca White, and I do food and nutrition, dog project, and fashion.
My name is Elliot. This is my second year of 4-H. I do shooting sports, food challenge, robotics, and dog class. I'm at Belinda, and this is my 5th year of 4-H. I do shooting sports, food challenge, Duds to Dazzle, and dog class.
Hi, I'm Sam. This is my 6th year in 4-H. I do shooting sports, robotics, photography, and food challenge.
Hi, I'm Holly White. This is my 11th year in 4-H. I've shown cattle, pigs, goats. I do consumer decision, and I've also done food challenge. So every year in 4-H, there's called the 1-day 4-H day, and it's when everybody around the state of Texas that is in 4-H, we do a community service project. This year, 4-H decided to paint pumpkins and take them to the local nursing homes. And then the D1 bond competition was in Amarillo this year for district. There was a record number of entries, over 700 entries per district. we had the following participants for our district. Food challenge teams included one junior team, the Clover Cooks, the two intermediate teams, the Potate and the Apron Avengers. The one senior team, the List Takers, and we placed second place as a team. We had one intermediate level presentation, which was a swine presentation. Her name was Gabby. She placed second. And then one senior made it in consumer decision to state, which I'm going to state consumer decision in June. So
Awesome.
There are lots of projects happening in Hutchinson County 4-H. For example, livestock judging, public speaking, photography, robotics, food and nutrition, fashion and interior design, dog care and training, and shooting sports is about to kick off. Thank you all for allowing us to come share what all is happening in our Hutchinson County 4-H.
Thank you for letting us come. We left the proclamation up there, we just thought our window was a little late, but your last commissioner's court had to go judge at D1 Big Fund, so we weren't able to be there. But anyway, thank you for allowing us.
Hey, y'all, we want to get a picture.
I have a question first, though. How many of y'all do the cooking stuff? Raise your hand.
Right.
Why didn't y'all bring breakfast?
Breakfast. Come over and cook.
Have to cook them some lunch or dinner.
And how do I get one of those cool things? Am I too old for that? Those are awesome. That's not-
All right, let's get a picture real quick. Hey, Tammy, will you take a picture for me?
Hey, guys, y'all go up there and just.
Maybe if y'all can just line up right here and get really super. And we'll stand right behind it. Can we? Thank you, Ben. And we need you guys too.
I'll make you like going in a selfie too.
Very good.
Yes. Michelle and Hannah.
Nice.
You're too fine, man. You can't be talking to me.
Someone better scoot. Don't. No, okay.
My turn. Okay, guys, ready?
Thanks for coming in. Good job. It's always nice to have guys.
Sure is.
Michelle, do you want?
Thank you all.
Let us sign that.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing us.
I'm like thinking dog obedience.
It's amazing. They're having so much fun.
Like I'm having sign up for
It
that.
is.
It looked like fun. I saw your pictures on Facebook.
Good job. We're getting to.
They just bring their own dogs?
No. The trainer brings her dog, because we have so many kids,
Right.
shows them what to do.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that could, wow, that could.
Yeah, that could be a little bigger.
Clarify that.
Yeah.
Any-
Okay,
Two dogs.
thank you, y'all. Okay, item 2 on the regular agenda is to consider and or approve donations to Hutchinson County. Yes, Carla, good to see you again.
Remember, I'm not real good at speaking.
You do a great job.
None of us are.
I'll try a little more.
I don't believe it anyway.
Okay, good morning. My name is Carla Floor, and I'm here today to make 2 donations to the Hutchinson County Library. Normally, my sister Jean Rose would be here with me, but due to an illness in her family, she is unable to come. So I will speak for both of us. It is in honor and in memory of our loved ones, Jared and Dale Floor, my son and my husband, and Carl B. Carlin, our dad, that this donation is made. Books were so very important in their lives, and reading was a passion. This donation will carry on that legacy. By putting books on the shelves at the elementary level, we feel that the children of Hutchinson County could learn to love to read just like our loved ones did. For this is the most influential time in a child's life.
So we feel that Nancy and her staff can best pick out the books that will be needed to accomplish this task. They are excellent at their jobs. The second donation is in honor and in memory of Marie Balkin. Marie was a really good friend of mine, and she also loved to read. We were in book club together, and Marie could always pick great books for us to read. Marie used the Hutchinson County Library as much as my loved ones did. She brought her children, Summer and Jake, here also as they grew up. I make this donation in her name so her legacy can live on by the books that will be put in the library. Her son Jake is a financial advisor in Mission Woods, Kansas, and he recently wrote a book on retirement. He contacted me and asked if I could donate his book and each branch to the library in his mom's memory. So I'm presenting these books today for him. I know Marie would be thrilled. She is proud of both of her children, Summer and Jake, and Summer is here. I also would like to thank Miss Ashley for designing all the book plates that will be put in all the books that will be placed in the library. In closing, I would like to thank my sister Jean Rose for her generosity and her spirit to make this donation possible. She has walked hand in hand with me on this journey for many years. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to honor our loved ones, and their legacy will live on. Also, I'd like to say something to the court and thank Chris Brock for all his hard work with the library and keeping it going. I know it's an old little building and it's kind of hard to keep up with, but he's done a fantastic job. And I appreciate all of his hard work because I know it's not easy. Hopefully it won't rain.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. This one. And this one. There you go.
Very much. So we have some little picture opportunities.
Yes. Yeah.
We appreciate you, Carla. Thank you so much. Before we get the picture, do I hear a motion to accept that donation? The two donations.
I'll make a motion to accept the donations to the library.
Second.
Motion and second to accept those donations to the library. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, all right, thank you so much.
How are you? You did a good job.
It's very motivated.
Oh, thank you.
Where's the book?
Jake's book.
Yeah. Can we get?
Yeah. Thank you, Tara. All in the prince.
He's a very handsome prince.
Ready?
He's a handsome prince.
Here we go, ready?
Thanks.
Tell me he's a haircut. Here we go.
He's wearing his hair different.
It's too big. Thank you, Tara.
Thank you very much.
Calm down.
He has very pretty hair. A lot of it.
You know he's a cancer survivor, right? Stage 4. Yes.
Is there a picture?
Thank you.
Oh, he's very handsome. We have to look at his
Yeah,
website.
he's a stage 4 cancer survivor, colon cancer, at 35.
Look at Falcon Wealth Advisors.
Okay.
And he says he's from a small old town in by Amarillo. I was like, what?
And I'll get with you when we make this. Yes, okay.
Okay. The next item on the agenda is item 3, to consider and or approve our newspaper of record for Hutchinson County publications. And yes, absolutely. We have, everyone knows Tara. Tara's here with the Fritz or the Eagle Press. And I also attached some information from the Border News Herald. And I don't think they're here. Thank you, ma'am.
Dwight, I'll send you some.
Is this, Tara, is most of this information what you sent? Okay, I attached that to the agenda packet for the commissioners, so they had a chance to see it.
Sure. I'll just be here if you all have any questions.
Does anybody have any questions for Tara?
That was all the stuff that was in the packet.
It was all the information that was in the packet, yes.
There's anything that's not there that you want an answer for? Or any questions about information?
I don't have any questions. Any questions from anyone else? Or do I hear a motion?
I move to make the Eagle Press the 2024-25 paper of record for the county.
Okay, we have a motion. Do I hear a second? Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. Thank you, Tara. You do a great job for us.
Thank you, and I appreciate being the paper record. It means a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item 4 is to consider and or approve the Hutchinson County facilities use fees. So Dwight was good enough to just put some information together in regards to our facility use fees, procedures and agreements. Now, I think that there's probably a couple of places on this form that was on there that I should have just because he, was trying to get it ready for the chamber event. But anyway, those will be blank so we can fill those in accordingly, but we probably need to get approval on this. And Dwight, did you say, had you run this by Craig?
I sent it to him. I haven't heard from,
anything.
I attached that. I only added a few items on that but most of it was already in the dome rental fee.
Right.
I got that from Commissioner Prock and so I was able to modify it to maybe be a facility thing, but I just took it basically word for word from what we had when we had the dome.
Right. My only question is, because we have labeled this a facility use fees and procedures agreement, would this apply then to all of our facilities? Because we don't usually charge a fee, do we, for the club room at the library or the library, yes, or the Fritz building?
It's a deposit, but it's not.
Right, we only put it down a deposit.
Right.
Yeah, so.
And what we could do is we could put asterisks or maybe a little note saying club room fees are different on that page if we wanted to. Again, I just thought we might make this just a standard. I don't know how many of our facilities will be rented out and used on a regular basis. Doesn't sound like we do this a lot. So I didn't really know exactly.
When we had the dome, of course, we did use it a lot, but now I don't think we have facilities that are really, people are asked. Well, I guess if they wanted to rent the county barn, we don't really have any other facilities, do we?
We need to put in there, if you're gonna rent the county barn, you have to do paint and touch-up work.
Right, and be able to run it.
We'll
run and
fix it up,
maintain
yeah.
So do y'all have any questions about the facility use fee agreement?
This affects y'all more than ours.
Because I assume the thing at the airport went off really well from the pictures I saw. So this may be something that starts happening in our community on a regular basis. So it might be kind of cool to have something in
Right.
place. And if we want to be specific and just say airport hangar, because like you said, we really don't have a lot of facilities for people to utilize.
That's what I was gonna say, because I mean, this is only for that entity out there. So if we put at the title,
Yeah.
the airport.
Yeah, we could do that because I can't think of any other facility in the county that people would want to use. And again, I might be limited to my creativity, but
Well, and all the time that I'm aware, nobody's ever asked to use one of our facilities other than the club rooms.
Ben wanted to be the DJ at that party up at the courthouse one time.
DJ Bentley.
I don't have any issues with this as long as we, maybe either change the title or make sure that we don't include the club rooms in this.
Maybe we need to finish that then before you approve it. I mean,
Yeah, I can work on it. There isn't anything if y'all want me to make some adjustments to it. And honestly, Judge, you know how bad I am at grammar. I think there's a couple capitalizations in there that I need to fix as far as.
I'll look over it again.
Yeah.
But we can table it till the next agenda if y'all are okay with that. And make some updates to that. Like we talked about.
Does the price look okay to everybody on all those fees?
Was
just
that what
curious.
was on the dome?
Yes,
What?
those were exactly off the dome.
Mhm.
And I thought they were reasonable personally, but
I think they're fine. Okay, do I hear a motion to table it then?
I motion to table this. I just table it. I don't even know what I'm saying.
The agenda
Motion for further review.
a second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, thanks, Dwight.
Thank you.
All right, item 5 is to consider and or approve the train service agreement. We update this agreement every year. It's work on the chiller, right?
This,
Or the whole train unit,
well, there's something else on the agenda today for NARP that we'll
right?
talk about first because there may be an exception to this amount because of if we approve the other part.
Okay, well then
I'd rather
let's
table this for the next meeting or something.
or we can just go down and then come back to it
Oh,
if,
I can't do that because I don't have a price from train.
Okay.
If they make an exception to this.
all right, you want to make a motion to?
So I'll make a
then?
motion to table the train service agreement. Second.
We have a motion and a second to table the train service agreement. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 6 is to consider and or approve the Senate Bill 22 prosecutors grant agreement. This is the, the Senate Bill 22 money that comes directly to the prosecutors. Craig Jones, our county attorney, has completed the application and submitted it along with all the compliance reports. And this is just to approve that submission for that grant. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the SB 22 prosecutor grant agreement.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 7 is to consider and or approve enrollment in the tax cybersecurity training for 2025. So this is, just received an email that it was time to enroll again for the required cybersecurity training. So it is mandated that anyone that is on the computer system has to go through the cybersecurity training. TAC developed their training and they charge us $5 a user. We did it with them last year, so it's ready to go as long as the court approves it. So do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the enrollment in tax cybersecurity training for 2025.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, thank you. All right, item 8 is to consider and or approve Jerry Langwell attending the new Sheriff's Leadership Academy in San Marcos in December. So since we don't swear him in till January, he just needs approval to attend that new sheriff's. And why they have it in December? I guess because they know you're going to be busy in January, probably. But they have all the new sheriffs that have been elected across the state attend training in prior to taking office. So just need approval for that. Do I hear a motion?
I move to, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I move to approve the authorization of Jerry Langwell to attend the newly elected sheriff training in December.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 9 is to consider and or approve lodging for members of the drug court team to attend Rise 25 National Convention in Florida. On May 27th through the 30th. Kiss me?
Mhm.
Is that how you say that? Kiss me? And
I don't mean that.
I think there's a team of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that will be attending that convention, of which they go every year. And this is just, it moves around from location to location. So do I hear a motion?
Move to approve lodging for members of the drug court team to attend Rise 25 National Convention in Florida. Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not going to try to.
Okay, well, motion, do I hear second?
I'll second it.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Item 10, consider and or approve any ARP grant projects. We have a few. Okay, Gary, I think the first one was submitted by you for the annex. And that was already approved through bid.
Yeah,
This is just to approve the use of ARP funds for that project.
yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, anyone have any questions on that? Or do I hear a motion?
And that's for the halls and the flooring. In the annex.
Do you want to make the motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the ARP project for the annex, for the halls and the flooring.
We have a motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, the next project is for courthouse maintenance submitted by Commissioner Bentley. For,
We need to approve the bid first.
I thought we already did that. I thought we did that last meeting.
Not these, the two I put on there we didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we did. Okay. So that one and the one for 40?
There's there's one train and one. That
For AC. Right,
AC units.
okay, all right, I'm gonna pull those two out, we'll come back to those, okay? So, the only other ARP project is the, museum.
So you remembered me saying there's gonna be like 7,000 in contingency, but I don't know how to say this. There was some internal dealings with some people that got contracted to do some extra work that I was not privy to, and they didn't ask me about it, so that's the excess. It looks really great though. I mean, they had some other maintenance stuff that they had them do that wasn't.
And it's hopefully gonna withstand some time, right?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
not have the water issues, so.
Yeah, I mean, this last rain, it held really well as well.
Good.
And they finished it before all the rain hit. So that's just the discrepancy and why that's a little bit more than the 7,000 I mentioned it's gonna be.
How much more is this one?
So it's 10,788.40, which is
Oh.
3,000 more than the 7,000. But they they did some gutter clean out and some as part of the front stuff. They repainted more area on the decking.
Looks real nice.
Does look.
Do I hear a motion?
Any questions or anything? I want to explain that difference. I make a motion to approve the ARP project for 10,788.40.
Okay, we have a motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right, those are all the ARP projects besides those two I pulled out that we'll come back to. Oh, yes, there was an ARP project for the United Way, but I pulled that out ahead of time and we're gonna put it on next month's agenda. Because Julie said she'll be here next time. Okay, item 11 is to consider and or approve burn ban or rescind the burn ban. So on November 5th, I entered an order to rescind the burn ban since we'd received all the rain. And Jerry hollered at me and said, you know, we have a lot of people that need to do some burning and we'd had quite a bit of moisture, so went ahead and rescinded that burn ban. So where are we at now, Jerry?
We rescinded it whenever we actually hit the right at the high 200 mark, so we had a bunch of phone calls, people wanted to do some burning, so with the ground index coming way under with our rainfall, so I got a hold of the judge. Rescinded that, we just need a ratification from the commissioner's court within the 7 days.
And that's all people have really been burning. There's been a ton of burn, so I guess that's good.
126.
126.
Sorry, I was gonna say.
Wow.
There's a place in the county that's 5. Down to 5.
Is it French Ranch?
It's probably.
It's always
on the lake.
it's on the lake.
I don't know. It didn't show.
Oh. Okay, so I just need a motion to ratify rescinding the burn ban.
I'll make a motion to ratify the burn ban, rescinded burn ban.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right, item 12 is consider and or approve request for use of the club rooms at the Border Library or Fritch.
January 18th, there'll be a 1-year-old celebrating their first year.
Aw,
Rocking and rolling.
right.
Yeah. And I
Anything?
just have one for November 24th, birthday party in Fridge.
Do I hear a motion to approve those?
I move to approve the request as presented.
And I'll second it.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Item 13 is to consider and or approve any line item changes, transfers and or budget amendments. We have the amendment that was attached. Budget transfers that was attached. Do y'all have any questions on those? Or do I hear a motion?
Move to
I
approve.
move to.
I move to approve line item changes, transfers under budget amendments.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, item 14 is to consider and or approve advertising, opening, accepting or awarding bids. So the only two that I had on the agenda, unless I missed something, which I was gone last week, was the road and bridge truck and the concrete.
No, I sent these to you, but
But those, I thought we already approved the bids.
no, these bids haven't been approved, but these weren't going out for seal bids.
Oh, okay,
This is
right.
we have a
Those were
single
co-op.
source and a co-op bid.
Co-op, okay, all right, so we'll talk about those two. Let's go over the road and bridge truck. Dwayne, thank you, Ben, for clarifying that.
Good morning. Morning. They opened the bids on the pickup last week. We just got one bid. I reached out to a couple of different dealers. Since they're a year out, nobody's really interested in bidding one. They don't have one on hand. If anybody had one on hand. But we did get the wood bid from Country Chevrolet, $46,427.02.
Any questions for Dwayne, or do I hear a motion?
And that's on the lot or they're building it? Oh, so did they say that's a year out for them too?
It's out, yeah.
How far out is it?
9 months to a year. Fleet vehicles.
We've had one on order for a year and finally give up.
Yeah, what they did on the last truck, they ended up, they bid us the truck and waited. And I started putting pressure on them before October, and they found one on a locator, bought it from another dealer and brought it in, let us have it. And maybe they can do that on this one, I don't know. But
right.
Fleet vehicles are just so far, and now the other vehicles are starting to come back in. But vehicles, sheriff vehicles, company vehicles, they're hard to come.
Hard to get.
I think they're taking their time and to build more expensive vehicles.
Oh, probably. Okay, do I hear a motion?
I move to approve or award the bid to Country in regards to the road and bridge truck as presented.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, thank you, Dwayne. And then the other one that we had for bid and we didn't receive any bids on was for the concrete hauling and disposal of the concrete. And we didn't receive any bids. So Leisha had sent, go ahead.
I apologize, Judge. Yes, sadly we did not receive any bids, and but we were also looking into kind of the process on how we do. So no bids came in. What's our next step? And I just started reaching out, and Commissioner Bentley has been amazing, and we might have a game plan. But I don't want to get the cart before the horse. So no bids came in. We're moving on to step B. And we'll be speaking with the court later when we figure out what step B looks like.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you. Okay, and then we have not actual bids, but one was a co-op quote and one was a single source, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so do you want to go over those, Ben? Start with the,
Which one you want first?
how about the annex air conditioning?
The annex is West Texas Heating and Air is on buy board, and this is a co-op quote. This is the same way that Moore County redid all the heating and air in their whole courthouse. And this is to replace the 2 5-ton units that were there and put in new ducting, but just replace the ducting. And reason we're doing 2 5-ton units, so if there's ever a need down the road to put
Split
up
that up.
improvements in there or use it for something else,
Right.
you can split the building in half and each unit will control half of it. And then if you ever want to make changes to the walls, you can just flex the ducting. And we're not. We're just replacing what was, that's the way it was set up originally and it worked really well. And I think it worked good for our purpose.
Okay,
And
so let's address the ARP project while we're here too, since
do what now?
we've already talked about this, let's address the ARP project while we're on it.
Okay. This has come out of ARP on the you want to approve the bid first, or how do you want to? Or just,
Since we don't really have a bid and we just have a single source, or I mean, that one quote contract, I think that's
you have to approve the quote though.
okay. Yeah, do I hear a motion to approve that?
I moved the quote from West Texas Heating and Air for $40,128.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion or questions for Ben on that? All in favor? Yes. Okay. And then there, along with that is an ARP grant project for that amount.
I moved to take the money out of ARP to pay the $40,128 for West Texas Heating and Air project.
I'll second it.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? And the next one is the chiller, right? Courthouse chiller.
This is a single source. We got into this back in the summer several months ago. Was starting to have a little trouble with the chiller. We had one repair job that was over $10,000 just for 2 switches. And Train has a program that the chiller was put in 2011 and it's starting to get older. It's still working, but it's starting to get more trouble. And since 2011, they're recommending doing basically a refurbished program, and they call it a renewal program, to replace all the pumps, the compressors, all the major components, and their replacement. They're not rebuild. And there's some wiring harnesses, some updates to it, and just pretty much make it as close to new as you can get it. And then we'll get hopefully another 12, 15 years out of it. But if we don't, these problems will continue. And we've already got some codes coming up on one of the pumps, and it keeps throwing a code occasionally, and it's more problems are coming.
We better get it fixed before summer.
And this program that they got is it's a single source, but it's a completely refurbished. And then the reason I brought up about the annual service program is because if we do this, then the service on the January service that's coming, we're going to replace it. You don't need to do the service.
Right.
They need to give us a little bit of a compensation.
Right.
For that.
I agree.
So if we approve this, then I need to go back to them and get an updated price on the annual service.
Right.
So, I think this would be a good deal to, I know we were down what? Close 4 or 5 days this summer. Waiting on some parts.
The switch.
There's gonna be more of that if there's no guarantee it won't go down. It will help a lot. And it's getting old enough. And the chiller really is part of that system, hasn't, we have a lot of trouble up till now. It's been pretty good.
Okay. All right, do I hear a motion to approve that?
I move to approve the renewal contract with Train for $69,015.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it. Oh, no, go ahead, Gary.
No,
Oh, no, that's,
doesn't matter. That's fine.
all right, so I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on that project? All in favor? Okay. And then also to take care of that under an ARP grant application,
I
correct?
move to pay for the train contract of $69,015 out of the ARP.
No, second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. And that was all of the ARP projects I believe I had this time. Okay, item 15, discussion of county judges and commissioners precinct daily operations.
With the annex, the flooring looks good, the cabinets look good, the glass looks good, it's in good shape. We had to cut off some doors so they would fit better, but all that's done.
The
I know it's a tag off.
Or you done?
Tag off, so, yeah.
The paving project across the street, the annex, the paving's done. The seal coating is not quite done. We still like a little bit. It's kind of held up from the weather. We still like some on scrapping and such as that.
Looks good though.
I think they did a real nice job. They did a good job. There's still the rough places at the bottom of the steps out here on the east side. We still got to grind those down and recoat that. Still a little bit left to do, but it's getting late in the year to do seal coating. Got to pick warm days. So it'll be done here in a few days and complete.
Anybody else?
I don't have anything new.
No.
So that's what I've said.
I got, we have 3 nuisance properties, one in precinct 3 and one in precinct 2 and the other one in, precinct, 1, I believe, Gary. I'm looking at them. I'm having to do a little bit more research. They all came in at once. And so, I'm looking at those but before I'd make any decisions, I'd like to, maybe on the next meeting, present the letter that I proposed to Craig and to Jerry that will be sent out on behalf of the court, even though I am acting as the nuisance officer by the court. I would like us to kind of discuss each property, not who it is, but just kind of where the letters are going, if that's okay. But also, I'd love y'all's input on the letter that we'll be sending out. So I'll make sure, Judge, I'll have that on the next one.
Okay.
It's the one that you're talking about in precinct 1, is that out of Texroy?
I think, yes, sir. I haven't got to go look at it yet. I just received it, I think, Friday. So
yeah, okay.
Sounds good.
all right, thank you.
Anybody else have anything? All right, item 16 is to consider and or approve the sale of struck off tax properties and tax deeds. So we had about 6
Yeah.
tax deeds, all of them were in Rich, correct?
Yes, and they're all done through that program,
The
what is
TC,
it, Texas? Yeah, Texas First Group.
Texas Communities Group.
Oh, yes, Texas Community Group. And so I couldn't recall, I don't know if we've ever had this many back to back. Do we have to do them individually or can we just approve them
Probably
all
need
in
to
one?
do them individually because there's different bidders. Now,
Oh, yes,
all
there
the
are.
ones for the Burrises, we could do those the same because they're all the same bidder. But,
Okay.
okay, so parcel 9479. Do you
I-
have, Jerry?
I do not have, oh,
I'm sorry, there, so the winning bidder on that one is, let me get it. Yeah, it
And
is 707 South Sheridan Avenue in Fritch.
yes,
And they've submitted a bid of $37,100. The
yes.
appraisal value is 37.5.
So that property going through this Texas Community Group, it went up for auction and people bid against each other and it just kept going up, going up, going up until it almost hit the actual value.
Right.
So there was quite a few people bidding on that property during that process. And I agree with Commissioner Prock a few months ago. We do have our standard for undeveloped at 250. But when we've contracted all the municipalities in the Borger, Fritch, the county, and I don't know about Stinnett, but we've partnered with this Texas Community Group, and they do their due diligence. And so some of the bids may be below that 250 for the undeveloped, but some are way above that. So I I just really feel like I move to approve that.
All right, do I hear a second?
Yes, sorry for all the details there.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on that property? All in favor? Okay. Yeah, there's
I won't
actually,
give any more stories on each property, Judge, I promise.
that's okay. All right, the next property is parcel 9422. The winning bidder was Harold White for the amount of $2,500. The address on that is 301 North Sheridan.
Yes, I move to approve that bid or award that bid.
This is Jerry's pulling it up so y'all can see it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got ahead.
Is that house still there? Yeah, looks like it
Yeah.
is. All right, and we have a motion to approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
A motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, the next property are all located on, I think, South Hoyne Avenue in Fritch. Oh, no, one of them's on Locust Street, but I think that's a cross street, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Anyway, all by the same bidder, Chad and Tricia Burris. And they've bid 250 on one lot, 825, 825, and 825.
That's correct.
So
I move to, oh, I'm sorry, Judge.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I move to approve or award the bids as presented.
Were those all empty lots?
One of them has a kind of like a little shed structure in it, but most of them are undeveloped. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, we have a motion. Do I hear a second?
No, second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? And then we had one other one that came in later. Did you get that? Ben? And the address is 801 Brown Avenue in Stinnett.
That one come up once before.
Oh, yes, this is a counter offer.
This is a counter offer. I think one of the entities asked for 6,000 on that and he countered for 6,000. The only his offer was for the 6,000, but there's one little stipulation there that there's an abandoned car on that lot that he was asking to be removed, but I'm not into the removing cars, so that will have to dealt with some other way. But I would move to approve the $6,000 counter. I think we approved the 2,700 before. Everybody approved the 2,700 except
One of the entities.
one of the entities.
Okay. I mean, it says it was appraised at 66,320, but that's
Yeah,
kind of hard to
that's not even
believe.
in the ballpark,
Mhm. So,
not even close.
so did you make a motion?
I made a motion to
Okay.
approve the 6,000 counter,
Okay,
with nothing to do with the car.
right. Okay,
I'll second.
all right. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Yes, Dwight's in favor. Oh, Dwight, did you raise your hand? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay.
You don't want a 97 Acura?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't even have wheels on it.
Okay, anybody have anything else? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second that.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor? Meeting adjourned. Thank you, Dwight.
And weren't these?
Thank you.